Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. New stuff from Sencut and Civivi. It says here that they release on August 24th. There's no way you're watching it on the 24th. There's just too many things to schedule to get these out on the exact day that they release. Fortunately, it is very likely that this stuff will still be, available for you to go and pick up. I will link it down in the description so that you guys can check this stuff out. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Thanks to Civivi and Sencut for sending this stuff in. So, here recently, had a lot of blah from not just Civivi and Sencut, but just a lot of companies that are kind of in that general, we have to release something flow. That's how it's been, and it's been this way for a long. It's not like a new thing, right? And every now and then, with Sencut and Civivi, they're like, yeah, it's something kind of neat, right? It's been a while since they've released like a mind-blowing knife outside of their sort of mid-range, the one in S35V in aluminum with the top liner lock. That was really, really good. And in my opinion, the best thing that they have released in a long time. What was it? The Bravada, something like that. But really good. I'm really hoping to see their top liner lock implemented on everything. That would make me very happy because it's one of the best versions of that lock that I have seen. So I have no idea what I'm about to unbox here. We're going to take a look at it. We're not reviewing anything today. We're just giving first impressions. Let's go ahead and do the Sencut first. The day that Sencut starts releasing, $45 top liner locks, that will be a happy day for me. This is called the Quirk. Black and gray G10, and we have a D2 blade. The other thing that Sencut and Civivi need to do is start heat treating their D2, actually start heat treating essentially everything correctly. So what we have here, I think we're going to get something pretty basic from Sencut. I like the two-tone. The gray and the black G10 is pretty cool, right? And it's not like it's this brand's responsibility to be releasing the flashiest, most innovative stuff. I mean, we are looking at $45 knives, usually. We'll check the little paper it came with, but yeah, pretty straightforward. This is kind of what I'm expecting. Now, I think eventually, in my opinion, if they're smart, they will release a lot of these lines in this, these knives in this line, in this tier, the Sencut tier, with button-operated top liner locks of some sort. But I don't think we'll start seeing them immediately. I think that Civivi and Sencut is going to, release them on some of their more expensive stuff first and then trickle down into their less expensive stuff. That's typically what I, would expect. This is fine. I swear Sencut has released this knife many times. If you're new, if you are brand new to pocket knives, Sencut is a great place to start because their overall designs are utilitarian. This is kind of getting away from the unnecessary, overly tactical, shiny mall ninja junk, right? The stuff with clowns with sharp teeth on it. I don't know what the heck that's all about. But getting away from that stuff into, more sensible ergonomic designs with proper cutting geometry and, materials that make more sense. This is very smooth, right? Simple liner locks, thumb stud openers with, flipper tabs oftentimes give you a good example of what, you should be expecting from a good tool. Even if their blades are not absolutely optimally heat treated, the geometry tends to be good enough to give you, it will blow your mind. If you're used to, the gas station junk, and you're like, oh, all knives are the same, they can all cut. Cut with something like this one time and you go, oh my God, it's night and day, right? We all learn. Okay, so let's see what this should be no more than about $40 to $45. Why is this in your... Okay, that's actually, it's even less. The MSRP is $45.90. The actual price you're going to pay is $39, which is fine. That's fine, right? Nothing too crazy going on there. Let's see what we got here. Next one up. Look at the paper afterwards. This is called the Vyrent. G10 with aluminum foil, contoured handle, stone. It's contoured? What? Okay. Interesting. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, they weren't kidding. Wow. I mean, okay, listen. Yes, it's a liner lock. God, look at those thumb studs. Thank you. God, thank you. These are such nice thumb studs. Yeah, so this is like a luxury praxis is very much what this, it's not exactly the same, but it does give me Praxis blade vibes. The contoured aluminum foil, is that what this is? The aluminum foil like G10 Mascus, essentially? Yeah. Aluminum foil, contoured handle. I think it's a combination of, you know, aluminum and G10. I think it's like a, you know, it's a Damascus of those things. Yeah, G10 and aluminum foil. And yes, I'm saying Damascus in place of having to explain that word should only be exclusive to Wootz, historical Wootz steel, but then you have to take too long to explain it, and everybody knows anyway. Swear to God. Okay. Super nice. Super nice. Feels great. Ergonomics, absolutely outrageously comfortable. Almost like, it's not the same handle shape. It gives me that nearly the same feeling as like the Shirogorov F3 with that really contoured. I mean, yeah, you get some meat, but man, is that comfortable. Really nice and nice blade geometry. Honestly, a little more robust. Pretty cool. Super nice knife. Unfortunately, with the combination of the handle material and the blade steel, which is Nitro V, right? We're probably going to come... Wait a minute. No, this is Nitro X7. Nitro X7, 61 to 63. I actually don't know. This is the very first time I've seen Civivi heat treat anything above 61. But with Nitro X7, we can't automatically say, oh yeah, that's great, right? Nitro X7 could actually, or might actually be, you know, supposed to be higher. So Nitro X7 is not a steel that I'm incredibly familiar with, and I believe that this is like a better version of Nitro V. But how it, you know, whether or not it's ingot or powder formed, I can't remember. I've only ever, you know, reviewed a knife with this steel one time. I know it's more premium. I know it costs more money. 61 to 63, that could be optimal, or maybe it's low for this steel. I'm not really sure. But ultimately, I was about to criticize and say this is going to be too much. It's actually almost a budget knife. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this. It's $76. I'll tell you what, I'd be crapping my pants if this was a top liner lock. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. What they're doing here is they're allowing people to get more interesting blade materials and more interesting handle materials for very nearly budget pricing, at least by my standard. I'm not mad at this knife at all. I think that's pretty interesting, even if the profile's not that different. The contouring is gorgeous. Okay, this is a lighter one. We're going to open this one first. So this is the Pulsara utility. Okay, so what we have here is it's like you know, it's a utility folder, which is fine. We have a lot of these now. If you're wondering, I do keep these blades. I keep them. Okay. We have it's a plunge lock utility blade. Do we have a screw down release? Oh, what do we have here? Oh, cool. That's neat. Huh. Okay, so it is like a locking. A lot of times with the quick release stuff, it doesn't hold the blade very well. And obviously I need to, like, you know, experience this before I say. But the quick release, you know, is nice. It's convenient for like swapping the blade out. But the screw down stuff holds the blade in better. So I don't know. This might work pretty well. The blade moves a little bit here, but this... Okay, so this is what this does. It's this tab holding it in place. You move the thing here, and then you're able to pull the blade out pretty easily. It's an interesting system. I remember cutting the gym flooring in my garage because it was real thick, like a thick rubber mat. and I was cutting it with a quick release Kaiser utility blade. And every now and then the pressure that I was putting on it would actually cause the blade to dislodge. A screw down or a more secure system that isn't quite as easy to swap the blades out might have, mitigated that issue. So this is kind of it's almost like an in-between. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. We'll see. We'll see how that works in practice. That knife is probably too much considering. I don't know. Like the little system there is kind of neat. It's not like that costs nothing to implement. Whoa. $60. I'm thinking 40. 35 to 40 on something like that. That seems a little bit high. It's cool though. Okay, and then what do we have here? This is the last one. Another Elementum. Holy moly. Please be something different. Please. You guys only have 76 versions of the Elementum already, right? Oh, yeah. I remember seeing Melissa do this one. Is this a... Dude, is this a maze? Oh, for a second... It is! There's a ball in there. Where is it? So cool. This is so stupid and cool. Oh my gosh. It's a ball maze. Okay, whoever came up with this, there it is. Can you see the ball? Whoever came up with this is a freaking genius. That's actually super fun. I don't know what the heck's and then God, the nephew on the design team was like, and then put rock pattern on the blade. And they're like, okay, all right, just give it to him. Why does it have to be the rock band? It's fine, right? This is a basic liner lock Elementum. But the ball maze thing is so fun. This is a pocket-sized, like, little time waster, And here's the thing. The people who will say that this is stupid are the same people who absolutely can't resist doom scrolling while they wait for anything. Like, you're waiting in a doctor's office, you have to doom scroll. You're waiting on your coffee, you have to doom scroll, right? So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that at all. I'd say this is objectively cool, and anybody who doesn't think so is wrong. I'm just kidding. You can think whatever you want. But the ball maze thing is awesome. When I was a kid, the little ball maze devices that I would get, it always seemed like they came with other things. It was like a little prize deal or whatever. But I always loved doing stuff like that. And I could sit there and mess with it forever. It's really cool. Obviously, there's not necessarily any like start or finish. You can kind of go wherever you want, but it does stop you in certain places. It won't let you go. So you can't. There is a specific path that it's wanting you to take. I'm obviously going to sit and play with this, but this is actually one of the more interesting things. It doesn't necessarily have to be about performance. And I know that some people are bothered by that. All these newfangled knives, all these gimmicks. Geez, welcome to the knife world as of the last 20 years. It's not like this is new. Unnecessary embellishment and elements that have nothing to do with utility but are just fun and part of the collector community, the collector enthusiast community. This isn't new. This isn't new. You've been subject to this, if you've been part of the knife world for a while. You've seen this all over the place. And on top of that, you exist in a time period where the ocean of regular, straightforward utilitarian knives is so vast versus whatever time period you would compare to as being more serious, right? 20 years ago, 30 years ago. There's way more now. Way, way, way more of the stuff that you like. Stuff that's better performing, more precision, more utilitarian, safer, more reliable. Everything is better. It's so much better. It makes no sense to me that people will stop to complain about stuff like this. It's like you just complaining to complain. You're complaining because you're programmed to do that. This is super fun. I love this. This is awesome. Now, I still though, Civivi, we need stuff like this. And then you need to be releasing it. I'm not saying get rid of liner locks, but you should be releasing variations of these with top liner locks. And here, I mean, this is probably their strategy. Do something really, really cool that doesn't necessarily have the coolest, most updated locking system. Get people to buy it, then release a version of it with the better locking system so that a lot of those people feel obligated to buy it again. That is, I mean, like, you may not like that, but that's not, again, that's something that's like very common. We see that in everything, right? The maze thing is really fun. I did not realize when I saw Melissa make a video about this, I did not realize that it was a ball maze. I thought it was just like I don't know. I just saw that she made a video. I didn't actually stop to pay attention to what it was. I should have. Super fun. Okay. Excuse me. This will get a review. This might get a review. I've already reviewed the Elementum a million times, right? But you'll definitely see me make content out of this. This is just fun. That's going to be it today, guys. Please make sure... Oh, wait. How much is the ball maze knife? Sorry. Timestamp this for people down in the comments. Probably going to be too much. Okay. It's still a budget knife. So what we have here is Nitro V, 59 to 61, which is fine. US MSRP, it says 87. You can ignore that. 73. All right, that's fine. That's fine. It's cool. They put a ball maze on it. That's going to be it, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at... Where's my card? On Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.